Marble? Marble sink? Gas stove? What are you just gonna name them after furniture and appliances? This game was made on the land of Wurundjeri. Not even a tribe. People of the Kulin Nation, we pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Sovereignty was never ceded. Colonial violence never stopped. Okay. This game is called You Will Remain or Not Remain. They put the not in parentheses. This game caught my eye because the description of the game said you live in an apartment building, and while everything outside is falling into an eldritch horror nightmare, you're inside the building or like exploring the world with this strange dog. And I'm probably doing the game a discredit with my description, but I'm sure I won't be disappointed by the game itself. I'm pretty sure they'll probably tell me the controls. You Will Not Remain is a short game intended to be played in one sitting. There is no saving. Does that mean you can, like, die and not come back? It's time to wake up. Am I in the black triangle on the bottom? Oh, there I am. Again, how many more agains will you have? Oh, I don't think I read that sentence correctly. How long have you been here? Does it matter? I feel like the if I'm looking at my character correctly here, it sort of looks like I'm Cats, just with a big Christmas sweater on from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, wow, that was weird. You still have plenty of grounds, an instant when you're desperate. You haven't even gone through all the apartments on this floor. Normally, people don't do that. Making it is as much ritual as it is comfort. You cradle the cup in your hands, warmth seeping into your fingertips. It grows cold as you stare at the sink, the ceiling, the strange shapes your hands make around porcelain. You pour it down the sink, wash the cup before putting it away. Maybe tomorrow will be easier. The leaves are drooping. You should water it. You fill the watering can and take it to the plant. You soak the base, hoping it's both enough and not too much at the same time. You've never been good with plants, and sometimes trying too hard is what kills them. So far, whatever the black text is, the narrating text, I suppose, seems kind of bleak. Okay. The thing above my bed was purple, so I thought maybe I could interact with it. Channel after channel of nothing. I do wonder if something's behind that, like, rectangle in the bottom right. Or maybe that's like an inventory. Is it getting bigger? Or was it always that size? If you were prone to poetry, you'd almost say it was beautiful in a fatalistic sort of way. But you're not. Haven't been for some time. You've run out of pretty metaphors for awful things. It looks... I don't know. I don't really know what I'm looking at. I can see the city, and then obviously the thing behind it is moving. There's not much else to do. You could walk circles around the apartment, or you could go back to bed. Or dog? Is that a dog? Impossible. It's been weeks since you've been stuck here. You would have surely heard it before this. It's barking in 8-bit pixel sound. You better go see what it is just in case. Come on, open the door. You know you can. Thank you for telling me I can open a door. Can't you? Unless I have an absence of hands. I guess I can use my mouth, but I think I'll lose my dignity in the process. You can do this. Come on. Like saying the words will help. Just do it. I don't need the Nike catchphrase to open a door. It's wrong. Everything is wrong. You don't belong here. You need to get back inside. Well, hold on a minute. It's only down the hall. You can do this. What if I go the other way? Are those lips on a door? If I see something, oh. Okay. Although this isn't, I don't believe it's a straight up horror game, I think it might jump scare me at some point. Like interacting with something I didn't think could be interacted with. Guess we found our dog. Wait, we just walked in someone else's apartment. There's something wrong with this apartment. We also... This isn't our apartment. Is that a dog? Look at its tail. But it doesn't look like any dog you've seen before. It's thin, skin stretched tight across ribs, long body, all bones and hard angles. Hey, it's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. That's right. Everything is okay. I don't think that's what he said. I think he said the gas is on and don't pull out your lighter. Do you want to come with me? Is that a yes? Hey, puppy! The dog jumps forward before you can react. You brace for pain and instead feel the drag of its tongue across your chin. It pants happily as it tries to lick every inch of your face. Whoa, down! Drops to all fours, looking obediently up at you, tongue lolling out of mouth, bisected by wickedly sharp teeth. Well, it's this way, I guess. You know, it's gross, and if my dog starts doing it, I'm gonna stop him, but it is insanely cute when they start jumping up on you, and they got the little tail wagging, and they're really excited. I just love my dog. You're glad to leave. Something is wrong here. A new kind of emptiness. No bed, no chairs, no life. How did the dog even get here? When the two of you leave, it will be like nothing has ever been here at all. Except a break-in. The dog follows at your heels, nose sniffing furiously at the air. Well, they're not, man, whenever I've been on a walk with my dog, and his little nose starts sniffing the air and I can see it twitching and stuff, it's just awesome. Just a little further. No, he was blocking me. I thought we were about to start having a problem. You were a different person before this new existence. At least you think you were. You remember feeling more, not just of 10, but also deeply. Oh. Not just often, but also deeply. The emotions had names, and you could easily place them to the way your mind and body vibrated in time with your heart. You can't name what you're feeling anymore, or unsure if you even are. A chasm yawns inside of you, slowly growing with each moment you spend in this in-between. You want to think of who you used to be, what you were outside of these walls, but there is nothing left to think about. I feel like it's describing the like it's a pandemic kind of situation. Look at the little pup. You're like locked in because of whatever's going on outside. Wasn't there a term for it? It was like something madness. Basically, you're just locked in the same place for so long, and you start questioning everything. So I think these might be the stairs. Maybe. Whatever the case, it doesn't really look like it's going to be too much unscripted stuff that you can go do. The dog runs in ahead of you, tail wagging so hard it makes a loud thump when it slaps the wall. Every time I come home, any one of us comes home, and the dog is at the door. Well, it used to be at our old house, but the entrance is a little bit wider now, so it doesn't happen. But his tail would be smacking against the door in the wall. Glad to see you like it. Hey, we got a little bone for him. Can you not play with the pup? Nope. This is enough excitement for one day. It's time to go to sleep. Arf. Bed. Oh, he's gonna sleep on the bed. I guess you're sleeping with me? The little poof. The little puffer. Doesn't seem that I can comment on it. Alright, buddy, let's hit the sack. You peel back the covers and slide into bed. The dog is a warm, sprawling mass above you, content to be pushed around as you make yourself comfortable. When you've settled into the sheets, it lays its head across your neck, warm, metallic breathing lulling you to sleep. That is very cute. My dog is not so generous when it comes to moving when you're trying to sleep. Also, I don't allow him onto my bed because he's stinky, and yeah, I should probably clean him. And I do. But dogs get dirty really quickly. You remember being worried about her. You remember waiting anxiously at the door. You remember how the apartment still smelt of her for weeks, the sweetness of her perfume lingering in the sheets. I would really like to stop that smell or sound. They don't smell like her anymore. No. He stay? No. You can't do this again. If you don't think about it, it's like it never happened. Stay inside. Please. No. That was a dream. Look at my eyes. It's like my eyes are stacked like the dude from SpongeBob that said he was gonna kick SpongeBob's butt. That's certainly one way to be woken up. You can't complain though, not when it saved you from... Right, you have a dog now. A very strange looking dog. He looks alright to me. He looks a little off, but he's got the right idea. Doggy bowl! Give him the thingy. Give him some food. Okay, I'm standing in it. You get it water, then fill a bowl with what's in the fridge. Patience, sausages, and double toasted bread. You hope it's good enough. When you set it down, the dog lunges desperately towards the food. It's eating so fast you barely see it chew. You better not throw that up. Dog throw up is never... Ugh. You make coffee, just like every other morning. I don't know why I differentiated it with dog throw up being bad. Dog throw up is pretty gross, especially when you gotta clean it up. You make coffee just like every other morning. You cradle the cup in your hands, staring at the walls and the cage of your fingers around the cup until the liquid cools, just like every other morning. But this time, something is different. The dog is here, looking more at home than you've ever felt. The coffee is cold, but you drink it anyway, bitter all the way down. You hungry? You're lucky we don't have any neighbors. Well, you fed the dog, may as well feed yourself. You cook with whatever you can find, thankful for the electric stove top. You eat from the pan standing over the stove. No one's here to judge you. It's not a bad thing. You've already fed the dog. What do they want? Let me water the plant. Let me water the plant. Water the plant. Has it gotten bigger? It's not dead. Maybe that means something. Maybe. Doesn't really look like that's changed. Can't interact with it. Alright, buddy, what would you like? You want to leave? Okay, you're the boss. Let's go. It's easier to manage the terror that climbs up your spine when the dog is so happy to be outside. Where are we going? Hold your horses, pal. I'm stuck in 2 frames. Bark. Yes, the telepathy, or not the telepathy, the teleportation spell. I forgot. It's been so long. You've never been up here. Oh, you're worried if you stare too long, you might fall in. You stare long enough into it, and it will stare back into you. The dog stares at you, imploring, and for a moment its eyes flash violet. It stands up on its 2 hind legs, looking you dead in the eye, repeating to you your social security number, an address, full name, family's name, maiden name. It says no one will believe you, and sets back down. No, you're imagining things. It's just a dog. That's what you tell yourself to avoid the psychosis. Throw the ball. Message received. I will gladly throw the ball to my pup. Oh, he brought it back. You can almost ignore the lilac glow when you're playing fetch. Forget for a moment that vast, otherworldly thing stretching through the sky. The dog doesn't seem worried about it. What time is it? Noon? Evening? Probably midday. At least one of them. Maybe even all of them. Hey, stop throwing it so dang far. Jeez. I think that's enough for one day. We can come back tomorrow. Cool. Someone's in a rush. Get back here. Anything on the other side? Maybe the doorway's gonna be not boarded up. Can I? No. It's been so long that the things you used to miss have become lost. You try to remember the shape of them, but over time the image becomes softer and softer, washed away like regrets in the rain. But still you try to picture the warmth of the world of her, even though each time it gets harder and harder, like tonguing a sore in your mouth. The more addictive, the more it hurts. I hope we get a little bit more world building in this next go around. Didn't take you long to figure out home. The dog looks proud of itself. Okay then. You're so tired. When was the last time your lungs had tasted fresh air? You can't remember. I'm sorry, I think that's all I have for today. I guess this is my life now. Well, considering the Eldritch horror outside, at least you got a little buddy. You crawl under the covers, you still haven't washed them, not since The dog lays atop of you, heavier than expected, seeing as it's skin and bone. It cuddles into you, knife-long teeth a whisper from your throat. You can feel its heartbeat through the blanket, the gentle expanding of its chest beneath your hand. Oh, it's so cute. You wish this was over. You wish this was Jilver. I'm gonna turn this one down a little bit. That hurt my ears last time, and I would rather not. Stay inside. If you don't let them in, they can't get inside. Silence. No sound, no thought. You type in her number into your phone. You know it off by heart. The sound of the buttons are a familiar melody. It rings out. You try again, and again, and again. Nothing. Miles and miles of nothing. Maybe she's fine. You try to convince yourself. Again? Don't let anyone in that isn't already inside. She has to be inside. Maybe already downstairs, just in time. Just in time. Look at the little dog doing his little dog dance. What are you doing, dog? My sheets are half on the floor, it looks like, and it's really bothering me. Okay, I'm up. What do you want, food or something? Starve like the rest of us. Here you go. You're slowly getting used to living with the dog. How long has it been now? You can't remember. You should probably name them. I would like that. First things first, coffee. You make it, hold the cup until the liquid cools. You look down at it, foreign in your unfamiliar hands. You pour it down the sink. You win some, you lose some. Oh, that sort of looks like an O, so I read it as Bork. My dog is broken. It don't bark right. It just says Bork. When you touch the soil, it's bone dry. It seems like it's always thirsty, and needs so deep it couldn't be slaked by an ocean. You used to know something about need. Now you won't let yourself remember what it means to need anything, let alone want it. Puppy time. What's your name? You can't keep calling them dog after all. Bork. That's very helpful. How about Rex? That's not too bad. Marble? Marble sink? Gas stove? What are you just gonna name them after furniture and appliances? Let's name them couch or box television. Okay, shank. I like that one. Bork? Question mark? Lamb shank? Bork. Lamb shank? Really? Oh, he's borking at that, alright. Alright, you're the boss. The newly named Lambshank looks absurdly pleased with himself. Fine. Alright. Now quit your barking. Come along. Oh. I really can't get an idea of what it is that entity is just animating itself in the background. Bork. Okay, jeez, man, relax. Ah, Bork. Okay, I got it. Nothing has changed. The sky is... it's there. Don't think about it. Alright, I guess we'll play ball. So some more catch. How long has it been since you became stuck here? Sometimes you forget what other people look like. The way their skin feels, how the muscles in their back shift when you hold them. Just the thought of touching someone makes your skin crawl. You feel claustrophobic and desperate at the same time. Wrong. That's enough. Time to go back. Bork. Just the same pitched bork. Bork. I'm coming. Get your tail in a twist. Hold on, I'm gonna go check the entrance and have an existential crisis while I do it. Question everything about myself. I guess when you have this much time, thinking just wildly is at some point inevitable. You've forgotten the way a storm smells, how the world breathes quietly after it has passed. There is nothing else but the inside of these walls and the monster bisecting every time zone and power line of the world you used to love. You want more than anything to leave. You want more than anything to stay. You don't know which is better or which is worse. Bork dog. I should have named him Bork. Like fork, but I'm pronouncing it wrong. You should eat something. But maybe you shouldn't. You only ate 5 minutes ago, right? Or was it 5 days? Do you think I should eat lamb shake? Bork. Take that as a yes. Okay, good call. You cook a meal of whatever you can find and eat it over the stove top. Let's go. I ate ramen again. I'm coming. Okay, well, that's not what I thought we were cheering for. Okay. Can I? You and Lameshank are used to this dance by now. You settle in together and drift to sleep. Cute. You do anything to wake up, but that isn't how this works. Don't look at the sky. The sky? What's wrong with the sky? What could have possibly happened to the sky? You discard your song one more time, we're gonna have problems, buddy. It's... How? What are we looking at? I'm not sure. It hurts to look at. It's wrong. Not made for this world, but somehow captivating all the same. But why? Maybe you're imagining things. You must be. This isn't real. This can't be real. A fever dream, surely. If you go back inside, the world will return to normal. It has to. She'll come home and everything will be the way it always was. Is this the day that this entity showed up? What? What do you want? This is your public service announcement. The voice is robotic, clinical, and detached while the world forever changes. Do not let anyone in that comes from outside for the safety of yourself and others. We repeat, do not let anyone in from outside. No. Our homes are safe as long as we are in them. Do not let anyone in that returns from the outside. We repeat, people from the outside are displaying signs. Okay. It's almost sort of Mandela catalog in that PSA regard. Like, don't let anyone in. You can't. They're danger. Honestly, that kind of holds up even without a crisis going on. Probably just wouldn't let anyone in that you don't know into your place. You used to wonder when the power would turn off. You don't wonder about much of anything anymore. It's time to feed Lamb Shank. Alright, Lamb Shank. You filled the food bowl. He's munching. He's crunching. Look at our triangle table. Just kind of in the corner of the entire apartment. You used to go to bed excited for your morning coffee. Now it's just another thing you do. Guess keeping yourself busy would be the hardest thing. You take care of the plant. You don't feel like you're there when you water it. Your hands unfamiliar, your body unfamiliar, your mind alien even after all this time. My dog trying to warn the FBI agents that I'm secretly tracking them down, but all he can do is howl in 8-bit pain. Lambshank likes it on the balcony. You don't. Something about him shifts under the lilac sky, pushing to be free. He looks hungrier out here, more alien. What should you do? This is your public service announcement. The people from outside are marked. They can only get in if you let them in. We cannot stress this enough. Do not let her in. She will hurt you. Wait, what? Awfully specific, strange radio man. Please let me in. Sure, we got plenty of room. She's here. She's safe. She's... Do not let them in. They will hurt you. If I'm gonna get hurt, it's gonna be in an Eldritch horror, very violent way, like that one movie with that guy with that weird looking god thing in the woods. You have to let me in. You repeat, they will hurt you. Why does it feel like you're listening to what's going on right now? Can you hear this? Can you hear this? You're at the door, unable to open it. Heart beating so hard you can taste blood in the back of your throat. Wow. You want to let her in. You do, but nothing feels real. Everything feels real. You try to move to open the door, but your body isn't responding. It's like watching someone else, like you're no longer there, like you're watching yourself like someone else would watch you. Please, I'm so scared. So are you. White noise. White. You don't think you could let her in if you wanted to. Not safe. The screaming starts. You are brittle, and this is what breaks you. Hey, look, a new interactive. I'm up, Lambshank, I'm up. Is anything real? My homie Lambshank is. And of course, I'm real. I'm the realest one out here. Is anything real? Is anything real? You water the plant just in case. Is anything real? Real or not, you need to feed Lambshank. Correct. You fill up the food bowl. He's munching and he is crunching. Now what do we have here? Is anything real? What was that? Could I just get back in bed? No. Stop trying to warn them. They're not coming for you. And they're certainly not coming for me. Turns out I was the horror the entire time. The FBI agents thought that I was the cause of whatever was going on. I got to them before they got to me. Bork. Stop borking. Bork. I'm going to the exit. Never mind, unless it's like a fake interactive. Or hidden, rather. So the first door there's an eye, and then on my door there's stars, and this looks like lips or a heart, maybe? Bork. Understandable. Have a nice day. Ghoul. Careful of how far you throw that dang thing. This is real. Does it mean anything? And what's worse, this isn't real? Or that it is. It means nothing at all. You can't even remember what she looked like, how she smelt, can't recall how she fit within these spaces. Time to go, Lambshank. Bark. Alright, well, this is kind of getting a little tiresome going round and round like this. Maybe that's the point of the game, to like make you feel like you're in it. Just the monotony and the repetitiveness of life like this. But I was kind of hoping we would be delving into more of what the Eldritch horror is outside, or what else there is to do around here. Maybe explore a different apartment or something. Let's make some food. Not a chance. Never mind. Just go screw myself. Come on, Lambshank. You pull back the covers to get into bed. You're already half asleep. Attention, citizens. What do you want? Stay inside. Don't let anybody in. They'll hurt you. They're marked. Attention, citizens. The city has fallen. What? That's enough, Lambshank. In the coming months, we will be evacuating any remaining survivors. Lambshank, we might be able to leave. Make sure to keep your radio on to receive pickup coordinates. Animals have been... Lambshank, what's wrong? Lambshank looks nervously around the room, flinches at the sound of the radio. We will tell you when it's safe to leave. It's okay, let's go to bed. Everything is going to be okay. They're not going to accept Lambshank, and we're going to have to stay behind. You get under the covers. For the first time, Lambshank doesn't join you. Oh, come on, Lambshank. Anything but this. Ghost! Open the door! You can't. You can't open it. Give me a moment. This hardware is ancient. You turn your back against the door, then slide down into your pile on the floor. You repeat, don't let anything in. The screaming continues. On, and time passes and stops and starts. The radio cracking in and out of life, her screams softening, pleas getting weaker as the days stretch into each other. 2 weeks later, the radio goes quiet. So does she... Are you alone? White noise, nothing but the ringing in your head. Somehow the silence is worse than the screaming. You wake slowly. You're used to Lambshank acting as an alarm, all wagging tail and doggy kisses. He's across the room, staring at the balcony door, at the sky above. Your dreams always return to her, though each time the memory is fuzzier, worn by time. Was she even marked? You'll never know. You fill the bowl, but Lambshank doesn't come running. Lambshank, food time. He ignores you. Come on, you need to eat, buddy. We're leaving today. Remember, citizens, we have cleared the way. The pickup zone is time to go. No, you can't. Your stomach keeps turning over and over like something is trying to escape alive. You leave it, the cup strangely lonely when filled to the brim. You water the plant. Something burns in your chest, but you choke it down. Without you, the plant would die. Oh, Lambshank doesn't want to come out? No, I think it's important that we make our rounds. You'll never see this place again. Is that a good thing? Oh, pup, what's wrong? Can't go up. Alright, finally get to do some more exploring. Come on, Lambshank. What does leaving this place mean? What does the world look like outside these walls, outside the city? Do you still belong out there, with people and their soft skin, soft hands, soft hearts? Will they now be as foreign to you as the sky? There it is. The door. Come on, Lambshank. We're getting out of this popsicle. We're leaving this popsicle stand. There was a time where slowly, one by one, people left. There were no boards then, just a closed door with the world outside growing further and further away. You didn't see them often, the few that remained with you, but you could hear them, human sounds that hummed in the background when you least expected. You pulled down one of the boards. Hush, Lambshank. The noise had been comforting. You weren't alone, but they didn't last forever, and over time faded into nothing. They must have left, taken their chances in the city falling around them. Anything better than staying here, being inside, trapped like a rat in a cage. Every day played out again and again until... You'll pull down a second board. Bork! Lambshank, that's enough. You've never yelled at Lambshank before. Shame blooms deep in the pit of your stomach, but you can't look at him. Know that if you see the fear and desperation in his eyes, you'll never leave. You pull down the final board. A beginning and an end, you think. You'd been the one to put them there. A reminder to never leave, as the city's siren song promised an escape. You lay your hands on the door, palms sweaty against the cool glass. Lambshank, you ready? He's trembling uncontrollably, eyes darting around the room so fast they roll into the back of his head. You pull a key from your pocket, fit it into the lock, turn the handle. What? Lambshank lashes forward, closing his mouth on your sleeve with a vicious yank. He pulls you backwards away from the door. Lambshank, what's going on? Every part of Lambshank looks like it's ready to fight. Lips peel back from gleaming teeth as saliva drips from a maw gaping and possibly open, wide enough to swallow someone whole. Lambshank. No. It can't. Do I hear breathing? Do I die? Better not. Interact with the front door after Lambshank drags you away. Okay. Oh, we're right there. Inside. You're inside again. What happened? Lambshank runs to his abandoned food, leftovers of leftovers that you'd served still. They're silent. Did it get you too? Did everyone else hear the radio? Follow its lure to the door? Lambshank happily devours the food, ghostly tongue scraping the dregs from the bottom of the bowl. Thank you, Lambshank. He jumps on the spot, proud to have protected you. Really, I mean it. He's barking. Hold your horses. Can you just go back to this in-between life of fetch and have consumed coffee? Is it really that easy? Nothing. Tonight, or maybe tomorrow, or maybe a week from now, you'll throw the radio from the rooftop. Lambshank was right to be afraid. Was he? All you heard was a knock. Nothing. You're not sure what you expected. His lips didn't peel back. His face peeled open like a frickin' the thing from Stranger Things, the Demogorgon. I mean, I understand we gotta be cautious, but fear is only gonna get us so far. Oh boy, I really don't want to do this again. I would rather just go outside and take my chances. But what if it was me, though? How long would I stay there until, I try to go find something else? What else is there to find? What else is there to do? You've gotten used to the violet light beating down from above. The creature seems satisfied, if such a thing is possible. It's not rolling in the clouds, instead, breathing slowly around the tips of skyscrapers, the longest, softest breath you've ever felt vibrate through your bones. Is this it? Is this everything? Even I'm starting to feel that right now. Is this where you must remain? Bork. No. Hmm. I was kinda hoping for a little more out of that one, to be honest with you. I thought at the very least we were going to leave, and then the last beats of the game would be us seeing what truly lies outside. People of the Cool Nation, we pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Sovereignty was never ceded, colonial violence never stopped. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Maybe that's like an actual place. It seems that it is, and it's just they're sending a message. You Will Not Remain is a story about isolation that contains dark themes and deals with mental health issues. These include, but are not limited to, anxiety, depression, disassociation, and suicidal ideation. Yeah, that would have been good to look at. Well, um, after the message at the end of the game, why we didn't leave makes more sense. The theme of the game was it was well implemented, but I was hoping for more of a more shocking end right there. Like you go out and then you see maybe everything is horrible, or maybe everything wasn't horrible, and you do get to see other people, or you don't, and maybe it's just you and Lameshank go find somewhere else. But yeah, I guess we'll never know what was knocking on the door, or who. Well, I guess the she that was being talked about was probably a significant other, I would imagine, or maybe a friend. I'm not sure. But overall, it was all right. I guess it's not that the game was bad. It's just I was thinking it was going to be something else than what it was. But for what it was good. So we'll leave it there. Bye.